Marc Lamont Hill. He is kind of like, he backtracked on a bunch of stuff with me, and he kind of toned the energy down because I had said like, yo, I don't know how it's gonna go with like a possible appearance on the Joe Budden podcast with that guy there because he's a regular cast now.
Oh, he is?
Yeah. And he had kind of said, yo, listen, I've probably said some stuff, but like I don't really mean like that. He kind of really de-escalated, and I kind of said, all right, well, the tone and the things you were saying, I felt there was real hatred there. A lot of times people like me and you, we don't have a problem with these people. They seem to have a problem with us.
Yeah, I heard with Marc Lamont Hill, someone told me this.
Yeah.
Because he's from Philly, right?
Yeah.
Marc Lamont Hill seems to think that I'm the reason why ARAB got locked up. This is what someone told me. And he was, I guess, like, I don't know, a fan of ARAB, or maybe he knew him or something. He feels that I'm the reason that ARAB got locked up. This just shows how stupid some people are.
ARAB got a video where he said, yo, this is skinny me right here. He said he the type of nigga, he'll shoot 3 niggas and go to the studio and rap about it. And the crazy thing is, I seen him do it. So I know he not lying. And I'm like, probably don't want to say that one.
ARAB has himself said that I had nothing to do with anything that's happened to him. Like,
there was a fake rumor that was saying that, oh, you were in the paperwork, which is fake.
I'm not. There was a fake article that had a judge thanking me for helping to convict him, which I think Marc Lamont Hill like retweeted or some shit. So you're dealing with a little bit of stupidity here. You see what I'm saying? So, I don't really have a problem with Marc Lamont Hill, but it's shit like this that kind of annoys me.
He's in our sphere now. You see, all that political shit, that's not what's busting right now. He's on the Joe Budden podcast talking about Brittany Renner and talking about, Kendrick Lamar.
He's been on my show before. We've debated before. We've debated about the death penalty. I think he's an intelligent guy. That's why when he started to turn against me, I'm like, motherfucker, I had you on my show. Like, I showed you.
Virtue signaling. We should do this. Me, you, him, Joe Budden.
Let's do it.
A 4-way podcast.
Let's do it.
A 4-way podcast where everybody's just shooting. Maybe a moderator, but a 4-way podcast. All of us. For real.
All of us. But on a, like, it has to be like on a neutral platform.
No, of course. It's not going to be like
or it can't be chopped up.
No.
I'm down to do it.
No.
Listen, I'm down to do Joe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm down to do all this shit. Like, at the
I
end
want
of
to
the
be
day,
there when that happens.
You want to be there? I'll do it on your platform. Well, my thing was I didn't want to do Joe before we actually had a chance to communicate on some point. But at this point, we ran into each other. We've publicly spoken about running into each other. Neither one of us had animosity towards each other. So it's like, yo, at this point, let's do it. Like I said, I congratulated Joe on his Instagram post. I'm sure he saw that.
No, of course.
Because there was like 100 comments underneath that shit.
Of course he sees
it. But it's like at the end of the day, man, it doesn't run that deep. There's not too many people that I really hate. Like,
who's on the hate list right now? You've been getting more and more respect, though, Vlad. I got to be honest with you.
I mean,
they've been putting a lot more respect on your name.
I mean, I don't hate Troy Ave, but I just think he's just a real bozo. I don't hate him. Like if I was around him, I wouldn't want to do anything to him. But like,
I think y'all could have a good spirited debate.
I'm cool with Taxstone.
You're friends with.
I feel like Taxstone is doing 35 years over something that he initiated, that he pushed. And then now he's doing fake shooting videos, and it's like he playing with something that got someone killed.
I thought that was real at first. I think you guys could have a good debate.
It's not. It's fake. It's fake.
I think.
Am I right?
The police
shooting video.
The police have not found no evidence.
Exactly. There's no bullet holes anywhere or whatever else.
So it appears that it would be staged.
Fake.
Yeah.
I don't hate Troy Ave. I don't hate him.
Well,
but I just think he's a bozo.
One thing with you're very loyal, right? So clearly you have a relationship with Taxstone.
And I have a relationship, and I know I may never see him again because he's doing 35 years.
Yeah, but that's a loyalty right there, right? Where you could be like, well, you're no good to me on a whether it's content or financial level or how you could benefit me. So I'll just do.
Tax wanted to do an interview with me during his trial, and I told him no because I said I don't want to be responsible for this interview being used to convict you. So I'm just not going to do it out of love for you.
Could you see a world where that, even if it's a debate, even if it's, I don't know, where because here's the thing, when I hear how you represent that situation versus how he represents the situation, there's like this very big difference where in his idea, he's like, hey, well, this is hip hop. If you feel someone's hating on you and you run into them, yeah, it's probably going to get physical. The issue becomes someone bringing a gun into a place where a gun shouldn't be. That gun then turns into a murder weapon that kills innocent people. And that's his stance.
An innocent person didn't get killed. The person who attacked him got killed. The aggressor got killed.
But you do know in New York, there's no.
How many people did Troy send this guy? What's the name of the dude who got killed?
Banger, yeah.
I mean, the guy from
Tamar McConan.
Yeah. I love McConan.
Yeah.
He got beat up on stage.
Yeah, I heard a journalist got pressed and stuff. I'm agreeing with you with that.
There was that journalist who got beat up.
Does any of that rise to the level of saying, like, play this? If you bring a gun into Madison Square Garden, it don't matter even if you're going to get jumped. Trust me, if I could bring a gun into Madison Square Garden and be within my right, that if somebody tries to swing on me, I could just shoot them. Oh, that'd be a good time. But of course, that would not be. They would.
Well, but it would be a good time in Florida, in Georgia.
No,
just so happened.
Not in a venue where there's other people.
Stand your ground.
You cannot stand your ground at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Hell no. You're not allowed to have guns there. This is a public venue where other people are there.
I mean, I get it. But I'm saying that I get your point. I didn't think about it that way.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, and I know people that were there who saw the whole thing go down. They pressed Taxstone. My thing is that if you press somebody and they retaliate, you can't feel bad for the person who pressed them. That's why I interviewed Lil Tim. I don't feel bad for what happened to King Von because he was the aggressor. You know? I don't necessarily feel bad for Tupac because he was the aggressor.
Well, there's much more conversation to be had about that, though, because especially when it comes to New York. Like, for example, with the...
And Troy Ave tried to talk tough to me when I wouldn't put him on my mixtape, on my, on Vlad TV and stuff like that.
It's personal for you, Vlad. That's why.
It's a little bit personal, but I'll debate with him.
So
we'll have security there, so don't get out of hand.
He'll
get frisked, so he don't pull out his little fake gun on me.
So by the way, in New York, not necessarily stand your ground, but K-Flock, who shot and killed,
yeah, I know.
What's the name? Hernandez. He wasn't convicted of murder.
Right, but he got convicted of over a bunch of other shit around.
Yeah, because there's a gang conspiracy. The Rico's gonna cook you.
That's what I'm saying.
But here's the thing.
In Florida, he would have won it. He would have walked away.
Well, if they didn't hit him with Rico, they were doing too much gang stuff. The important part of that case was that the reason they didn't convict him of murder is because allegedly the dude walks up to him and the dude flashes his own gun.
Had a gun.
And that is...
Man, you flash a gun on me, I'm gonna kill you.
Okay.
Let me just say that.
No, but there's this thought that there's no self-defense.
Even in New York, if I have to deal with some shit, yo, man, listen, rather you than me. Like I said, I've dealt with home invasions. I've dealt with people trying to kill me. Fuck that. I have a self-preservation, instinct. I'm gonna kill you if you try to kill me. And I'll deal with the consequences later, just like I've dealt with them later before. Luckily the guy didn't die. But if I would have killed him, I would have had to stand on that. On that. And
that's why in New York, New Jersey, it's kind of weird because
it is weird.
Remove the venue.
I don't agree with it.
Taxstone would probably be a no prosecute. I'm saying fucking that up. They probably wouldn't prosecute.
Right.
They would be like, well, there's too much reasonable doubt for possible self-defense if you're saying the guy's getting pulverized. We won't prosecute. But in New York, you literally, if the person doesn't have deadly force, you got to take the ass whooping. You literally just got to take it.
Well, but you don't know if it's going to be deadly force. Right? What if the ass whipping turns into a stabbing? What if the guy pulls out a gun? You know what I mean?
And then even then, they're like, you still got to do 3 years for the gun.
I mean, whatever. Yeah, do the time for the gun. 35 years though is crazy. I don't hate Troy Ave. I don't hate him. If we were around each other, I just wouldn't talk to him. I wouldn't try to approach him. I wouldn't have my people try to do something to him. I don't hate him like that.
Wack got to be the mediator. Wack's very cool with him.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know. Me and
Wack went on vacation with him.
Oh, did he?
Wack and his lady, and Troy and his respective lady, they went on vacation.
Funny. That is funny. I never knew that.
I'm serious.
I never knew that.
You never knew that?
Nah, Wack brought his girl. Was it R&B?
Yeah.
To our last interview, I met her at the.
That's Wack's queen, man.
Oh no, he loves her, man. I love to see it. I think it's cool. I like how the way he's parading her around, and they're showing the world that they're together.
Black love.
I'm trying to think. Is there anyone else who I hate?
Who do you hate? Life is good.
Yeah, really nobody, man. Nobody public. Let's put it like that. Nobody who's public, because at the end of the day, the people that are closest to you are going to hurt you way more. The person who you think are your friends, the people who I hate are probably like ex people that I was really close to, had real serious relationships with and stuff like that. Those are people that kind of hurt me the most. Outside people, and I think like, me and Joe Budden, you're talking about at this point, 15 years of back and forth? What has Joe actually done to me? Nothing. What have I done to Joe? Nothing. Yeah, a few dollars might have been lost here and there, but we all are millionaires at this point. Nothing. This is why we ran into each other. There was really no real animosity. It's not like I sent him to jail or, I made him lose his career and he's homeless. I never got him on drugs. I never fucked his girl. There's really nothing really all that bad. Like all the people who I had so-called beef with,
Hey, why doesn't Charlamagne do Vlad TV anymore?
It's just a scheduling issue. I might actually do a Breakfast Club.
I know you do Breakfast Club
a couple times. I might do it later this week. We'll see. We're scheduling it. I don't know, man. It's a little bit annoying, because I feel like I've done his show more times than he's done mine. But then again, he's done my show so many times.
He used to do a lot back in the day.
Back in the day, he used to be on my show like every month. So I kind of just play it off as, it's not like he's just sitting around doing nothing. He's busy. He's got a lot of different projects. But, me and him talk. Like, we texted today, actually. But sometimes people get to a certain point. Like, for example, I did Brilliant Idiots, but I couldn't get Andrew Schultz to do my show, even when he was promoting his Netflix documentary.
Yeah, he's busy, man.
He's busy.
He's fucking
he even
busy.
said, let's do it around the time of the stand-up.
Yeah.
But it never happened. I have to get better at not taking some of this shit personally, because a lot of times I do. But at the end of the day, man, we all are hustling in our own way, and we're all trying to spend our time in the most profitable way. You know what I'm saying? So if he doesn't feel Vlad TV will help him out at this point, then he probably won't do it at this point. But it's not like he's ever said, no, I ain't fucking with you.
Yeah.
At one point he did say that, and that's when we had the falling out. Remember he did it with Joe, and then we stopped talking for 5 years. We got on the phone, and the first thing he did was apologize. He said, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. I should have talked to you before saying it publicly on a platform with someone you're beefing with at the time.
True.
That was bad taste. And I said, thank you, I accept your apology. And we got back to rocking again. But, look, we all came up together. We all did well together. I'm happy for his success. I'm happy for everyone's success. You know me. You know how I am with other media people. The fact that it was on No Jumper, it was me, Traplo Ross, Adam, Whack 100. It was a moment. It was showing the unity that I'm sorry, I forgot you were there too. We were all there, rocking.
That's very different though. A lot of that is fruit of a tree that you were growing for years ago, and a lot of people have a lot of respect for you there. When it comes to radio and other media, they kind of try to reflect other people's opinion and try to throw you under the bus.
Nah, but for example, I was on Big Boy's show recently.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I like Big Boy. Big Boy's cool.
Yeah, that's my man. He lives down the street from me. Cool dude. We talked the other day. All these radio dudes, I feel like nobody really stunts on me anymore. They used to back in the day, but these days, they all know that what I did on my own without having a big corporation behind me, and I got to a level that surpassed them a lot of times.
Yeah, only success. It's funny because success is the only thing that gets you the respect. When you could be disregarded, there was a time I could be disregarded. I was, whatever. Now when you can't be, it's people look at you very different.
Yeah.
It looks at you very different.
Yeah. I'm sure that's why Joe put out that $20 million thing. You know, because it's like, hey, listen, let me tell y'all.
I like how he's leveling up the conversation.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, I remember like I used to have Audemars and all different types of Rolex and Hublots and whatever. For some reason, when I got the Richard Milles, suddenly people are talking differently. And I'm like, oh, okay, it's like these little pieces are are making people adjust the view of what it is that you do. And it's all kind of silly at the end of the day because, I mean, the watch could be fake or whatever else. I mean, it's not. But, you know, I mean, but it's little things like that. Like I said, you know, the Joe, the 20 million, people having certain types of cars, people having certain types of jewelry, people having, you know, taking private jets and whatever, makes people address them a little bit differently because they're like, they could actually see what it is that the person may claim. Because you know how it's smoke and mirrors for a lot of this shit. But when you see that it's not smoke and mirrors, then okay, now we actually rocking with each other.